we got. Let's try that again, ladies and gentlemen, and see what we got. Now we're online. Hooray for Drade! You know what I forgot? Sometimes Drade forgets things. I did an interview yesterday for my podcast. I've been a few weeks off, so I recorded a podcast yesterday with Joel Patterson from beautiful Chicago, Illinois, a brilliant guitar player and cool cat. And in order to record those things, I turn off all of the channels that I stream to so that it doesn't stream as I'm recording the interview. And I realized that those were all turned off when I went live. I'm like, what's going on here? And now we're good. We are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We can do. All right, I'm just going to share this with some music friends hither and yon, as we do. We have music friends where the fun never ends. Music friends. There we go. Share, share, share. We shared it. This is a 62 Wildwood 10 1962 Jazzmaster from our friends at Fender Custom Shop, a placer of honor and diplomacy. Randall Scott says, I need one of them gristle beanies. Well, you can go right over to a place called gregcook.com and you can get one. What? That was kind of an exciting song I just sang. It was a call to action. I'm going to say it was a call to action, folks. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, yeah, this guitar is super snazzy. Let's take a look at the side view. The side view of this rascal. Sounds so doggone juicy and slippery. Matty K in the house. It sounds good clean. It sounds good with some gristle. It's good for your soul. It's thick and juicy. dog it. I was flicking that toggle switch hither and yon so you could hear the different sounds as I was playing that bogey. Playing a little bit of that bogey wogey. Not Toby tomorrow, Toby in 2 weeks. Or on the 28th. Toby will be down on the 28th. This will be Matt the Turner the Burner tomorrow. Matt Turner the Burner. Matt Turner the Burner will be with us tomorrow. Matt Turner the Burner. Ooh, that feels so good. Feels so right. This particular guitar, I do have a link in the thing. At least I thought I had updated all the titles. It may not have been updated because of this situation I had when I turned on the diddly hopper. This is a Wildwood 10 1962 Jazzmaster Heavy Relic, serial number R115031. Write that down. Tattoo it to your left cheek, whatever cheek of your choosing. Wow, that sounds like an excellent sales ploy. Just whatever cheek of your choosing. I don't know if that's a sales ploy, just a statement. Get a tattoo on whatever cheek of your choosing. Cheek of your choosing. Cheek of your choosing. Get a tattoo on the cheek of your choosing. When you need write something down because you can't recall what it is, just pick a cheek of your choosing, and then you can pick a cheek of your choosing. Cheek of your choosing, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Give you some deets on this rascal. Well, first of all, it's the guitar which I wrote a selection called Cheek of Your Choosing. Other than that, dealers select Wildwood 10 62 Jazzmaster, faded three-tone sunburst, heavy relic. Let's take a look at the side view as I talk about this delicious beast. The camera's a little weird view today. I don't know. Sometimes it's so hard. Sometimes it's hard on Dre to get it all together. We got an older body, 8.002 pounds, so just 8 pounds. Nitrocellulose lacquer, quarter sawn maple neck. The neck shape is a 59 large C. It's got 10-inch radius, 6105 narrow tall frets. Hand-wound custom shop Jazzmaster flat pole magnets. Woo! The bridge is that RSD Jazzmaster Jaguar fancy new bridge that they got that actually works to keep it in tune. So that thing is there. It's all delicious. 4-ply tortoiseshell picker. Where's that going? Handy and refreshing. Handy and refreshing. Can you dig it? How different is the 59 large C from the 65 C? It's just got a little bit more real estate back yonder here. A little thicker, but not so thick that you're like, holy caramba, that's a big old neck. I think it's just comfy. I think it's a comfy neck. You know, there is a thing online where I think it's on the Fender site where it has all the different profiles right back to back so you can kind of see visually what they look like. Can you dig it? And I think this is a beautiful guitar. I like this relicking process right here. You got to imagine somebody in the custom shop with like really acidic pit juice sits down and just goes, I'll take it from here. Hodor. And I'm sorry, I'm rewatching Game of Thrones, Hodor. And so imagine Hodor just kind of put his old pit right there and just kind of went, and the paint just wilted away. Like, 30 years of abuse in one 30-second pit drenching. Pit drenching! Ooh, pit drenching. It's good for you. Uh-huh. Hold the door! Hold the door! Poor old Hodor. He got kind of a bum deal. Thanks, Bran. Can you dig it? Someone's asking about what this particular guitar is. It is the Wildwood 1062. Diggity doggone jazz mister. Let me try to do this once just for kicks and gigs. I want to see if that works. Oh, it does. I'm putting it in the chat. You guys ready? I'm putting it in the chat. Boom. That's what it is. That's what it is. That guitar right there. Heavy duty relic. I like the clean tones on these bad boys. They're great for funking out. Funkification. Can you dig it? How many turtles had to die in order to make that pickguard? Aaron, you're a rascal. Tortoiseshell pickguard. It's a 4-ply. It's kind of like the Rosie's 2-ply towel, but it's a 4-ply tortoiseshell pickguard. The quicker picker-upper. What? I don't even know what I meant by that. Oh, who's here? Is that John Cubb? Someone's coming home to the Koch residence. 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 Yes, today is the unleashing of my new course from True Fire, ladies and gentlemen. 30 Grisselman guitar licks you should know. That's what they called it. I've been joking that I would have called it 30 Grisselman guitars. You can take or leave. I mean, they're good. I mean, I like them. I may stand behind them. They're 30 licks of honor and diplomacy. You can take them and add them to your quiver of lickery, and I think you'll be a better person for it. But I'm not going to tell you that you must know them. That implies there's going to be a test. That implies examination. That implies guilt and humiliation. And I had enough of that growing up. So, what? Nothing wrong with that. What? Maybe there is. Anyways, you can get that through, actually, my website, gregkoch.com. You can go there and click on the link to the course, and that'll whisk you away to the True Fire website. You can download it immediately. Right now! Wow, I got a little excited there, folks. Steve, what's going on out there? Hopefully you will play them and enjoy them. Add them to your quiver of battle. Speaking of, I saw the Battle of Winterfell last night as I'm rewatching the Game of Thrones. That last season was a little dicey. I'm going to be honest with you, because they send all those Dothraki in as the first wave of the battle against the dead. And they all get killed, except for a few who come straggling back. But then later on in King's Landing, there's a whole bunch of Dothraki again. Like, well, where were they? Did they just kind of re-manifest? I don't get it. Was there like a secret stash of Dothraki elsewhere that weren't at Winterfell that are now coming into play in the Battle of King's Landing? Don't get it. Sorry, I'm geeking out a little bit. You spent time on the Crazy Ben's lesson last night. Well, all right, Steve, I like it. Is it ultra aged? It is a heavy duty relic. It's heavy relic. I like to say heavy duty, just because that implies more heaviness. It's a heavy duty. February 11th in Columbus, Ohio. You are right, Aaron. We are playing February 11th in, I got to find out where that venue is. The agent emailed today. What are you doing to promote the gig? I'm like, I forgot. I have to do that. So we'll be constructing some propaganda for those gigs coming up. We're playing in Chicago on February 10th. The Koch Marshall Trio, Toby in tow. Toby, me, and Dylan. We're playing on February 10th at Martyrs in Chicago. The 11th, we're in Columbus, Ohio, at a place whose name escapes me. Good job, Greg. Actually, you can go to my website, and I do have it correctly on my dates on my calendar on my website. On Bands in Town. You can follow us on Bands in Town to let us know when we'll be in town. And then on the 12th, we're actually in Bloomington, Illinois. So we got a little tour of 3. I hope the gigs happen, on this day. Of course, we're playing in Milwaukee at Shank Hall on January 28th. So there's that. So we got the 28th, we got the 10th, 11th, 12th of February. Hopefully all those gigs happen. Can you dig it? Who makes my beanies, says David. A gal down. Denise Porter makes them down in Atlanta, Georgia. And we buy them from her and we sell them on my website at gregkoch.com. You can buy them. We have a good stock at hand. Banned from town, right? Yeah, we're bands in town, not banned from town, although maybe that'll happen after the fact. They came, they saw, they were banned. The band came, they were seen, and then they were banned. Minneapolis anytime soon. That's a good question, Genia. I've been asking the agent to book something in Minneapolis, and then he just doesn't respond. He only responds when he wants guilt trips of Drade, of saying, why aren't you doing this? I'm like, shouldn't there be people I guess I am the people. I am the people. I am the people that have to do all the unpleasant things to get people to come out to the venues to see our jams. To see our jams. Wow. I'm not whining. I'm not going to whine about anything. But I am going to spiritedly comment on things that are in my purview. There's a difference. A lot of people don't understand that. Where am I podcasting? Well, it's on all of the on the podcasting formats. It's called Chewing the Gristle. Greg Koch, Chewing the Gristle podcast. There are 62 episodes thus far, ranging from everyone from Steve Vai to Jason Isbell to Steve Lukather to John Five to Eric Gales to Joe Bonamassa, Josh Smith, Brian Ray. It goes on and on and on. Kirk Fletcher, Matt Schofield, Rick Vito, Arlen Roth. Trying to think of them. There's a ton of them. Sorry for anybody I'm spacing out on right now, but there's a lot of people. And you can check those out. And it's a Wildwood and Fishman co-sponsored thing that I do. And a lot of people have been listening to it. They seem to be enjoying it. So that's good. That's positive reinforcement. But yeah, anywhere, I always say wherever pods are cast, you can go and get them. So there's that. Chewing the Gristle, Gristle, like chewing the fat. See what I did there? See what I did there? Chewing the fat, chewing the gristle. Daryl Sturmer's on there, exactly. If I ever come to Dallas, well, I'm going to be at the Dallas Guitar Show, so we're coming with the trio for that. We'll probably do some gigs around Dallas in that period of time. Can you dig it? Worm chords are these. There you go. So what is this guitar and why does it look so old? Let's do a quick recap if we could, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Wildwood 1062 Jazzmaster Heavy Relic from the Fender Custom Shop. I'm going to put the link in again just so we have it. I'm going to keep on putting the link in. I've never done that before. I'm just feeling like I should do it. That is the link. So you can click on that and it'll whisk you away, ladies and gentlemen. It'll whisk you away to the website. And you can see all the glorious details of this particular guitar. 8 pounds of delicious Jazzmaster power. It's got the 59 C neck. It's got the 6105 frets, 10-inch radius. This neck's got some beef on it. I dig it. Will Matt the Turner the Burner be with us on those February shows? No, we'll probably do those as the trio. At some point, we may add a little Matt to our other activities, but we shall see. Does it have the rhythm circuit switch? Yes, it does. Right up here. You mean the preset? For those who've always wondered what this switch does up here, so this is a preset. So when I hit this is regular guitar. So when I go up here, I can preset, this is a volume and a tone up here. So I can go way back on the tone and back in the volume a little bit. Like I want some kind of a preset. So when I'm going you know, up here. Immediately I'll be here. Or however you want to set it. Or just everything full up, right? Or maybe just back a little bit. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? That's what that little preset thing does. I guess it was back in the day when you had two guitar players and one of them actually kind of played bass with the guitar. So you would have it set, you know, with that neck pickup. It's a preset for the neck pickup. So you can set the neck pickup with, you know, X amount of volume, X amount of tone, and then just immediately go there. So back in the day when the guitar player would also play kind of a bass thing going on, you just switch back to that after you're doing your lead stuff, and away you would go. Well, it's got in the town today about my girl has gone away. Oh, little Tiny Tim does Robert Plant, does Elvis. Hey, Steve Karras out there, what's going down, Daddy-O? That's cool. That's right. Yeah, it's an old tune of mine called Flyover Country I did with my band, The Tone Controls, back in the day. Someone asked if when will I tour with those fellas again. I don't know. I just had lunch with the bass player today, Kevin. Gary was out at a gig not too long ago, so it's not out of the realm of possibility for us to do some gigs at some point in time in the not too distant future. What are the differences you hear between Fender P90s and the Jazzmaster pickup and the Gibson P90 are a different beast. They just sound different. The bridge pickup on a Gibson has got a little more quack to it. Now, quack, I mean that in a good way. And there's just kind of a velvety girth, velvety glass to the Gibson P90. These have a little bit more of the neck pickup's kind of hard but nice. Middle position's got a lot of brightness. It's just kind of a fatter single coil sound. Doesn't necessarily do the quack that the Gibson does. You know what I'm saying? Girth Brooks. Greetings in Bavaria. Greetings to you. This is a fine guitar, though. What are my thoughts on aliens? They better get here quick. sounds damn good. Looks good too. Looks more proportionate to a large fella such as myself. Have I had my 4 cups today? Yes, I have, Aaron. I've had all 4. What earplugs am I using? I use these Diodario ones. You see that? Got a little ear pucky on it even as we speak. Ear pucky, ear pucky, ear pucky, pucky, puck, puck. Ear pucky, ladies and gentlemen. That sounds kind of like alien music, doesn't it? It sounds like the Pharaoh's music, the pyramids of Egypt. Did I get an extension cord for my... Yes, I did. Thank you. What slide do I use? I use these Jim Dunlap blues bottle, like their version of a Coricidin bottle, but they're made by Jim. No, not Jim Dunlap. Diodario. Sorry, these are the Diodario ones. Diodario. Someone's asking, any news on the release of your smaller version of the Greg amp? That's an excellent question. I did hear from them. They're just about ready to ship them out. There was another lockdown over there in the Netherlands, so they got again postponed. But they're just about to start their way across the ocean. So and that's going to be the Little Gristle, because there is going to be a Little Greg as well. Or not a Little Greg. It's called the Greg Jr. The Greg Jr. is pretty much the same clean channel and lead channel from my current Greg amplifier with reverb, but it will not have the harmonic vibrato. It will not have the OTS circuit. So it's a little less expensive, and that'll be a single 12-inch speaker combo, whereas the Greg amp, as we speak, has 2 10s, although you can also get it in the head with a 212 extension cabinet. The Little Gristle amp will have a single 12-inch speaker, 1 EL34 tube, and the controls are just volume. There's a master and a gain. The gain we're calling Gristle. The master we're calling More. There's one tone control, and then there's a reverb control, and there is a little boost that's going to be foot switchable to add just a little bit more. Ooh, capoidal! And that thing is either 12 or 4 watts, but I got to tell you what, it's a loud 12 watts. I've played it in this room with young Dylan James pounding on the skins, and you can hear it, no prob. So I've gigged with that amp, and it sounds delicious. Did you ever decide to pull the trigger on the Over the Garage lyric? That's actually in progress, Steve Karras. That's in progress. I'm waiting to get the plans back. Sounds pretty good. Somebody asked me to play the Fiesta Red Strat. I can do that. That was the guitar I played on Tuesday. I believe I have the details for both guitars in the description of the video. Can you dig it? This is a Wildwood 10. Oh, I love the color on this one, don't you? It's just that Fiesta Red, faded Fiesta Red. It fills me with joy. It fills me with glee. It fills me with joy. You can hear much less output on this bad boy. Same EQ on the amp, same everything. This is a 55 Strat Relic from the Fender Custom Shop. And which Telecaster do I recommend? I recommend my Reverend Grisselmaster. What determines guitars that Wildwood selects versus what they don't? Oh, you mean in terms of the Wildwood 10s? They order them specifically, and they just had ones that they've done over the year that has worked very well for them. The 55 is one they started doing, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. They do a 57 Strat. They do some no-casters. They do 55 Telecasters. They do 61 Strats. They do 62 custom Telecasters, all kinds of stuff. And they're all magnifico. And they all have, the 10 stands for, of course, not only 10-inch radius, 61 and 5 frets, usually custom frets, quarter saw neck. They all have to be under a certain weight. And yeah, it's all good. What's a no-caster? Well, in 1951, Fender had well, prior to 51, when the Telecaster first came out in 49, it was called a broadcaster. And they got in trouble with Gretsch drums because there was a Gretsch drum kit called the Broadcaster, and they said, cease and desist, Fenderites. So for the big chunk of 1951, there was no name on the Fender headstock other than Fender. It didn't say Fender Broadcaster, it didn't say Telecaster, it said nothing. So those guitars are very, very rare, and they're known as no-caster. So when you get a 51 no-caster, it just says Fender there without the thing. And then later that year, they became Telecasters. 52 Telecasters, really the first year they started to come out as Telecasters. Prior to that, they were Broadcasters. And that's what that is all about. Can you dig it? That's why last year was the 70th anniversary of the Broadcaster. I think that's what they did, right? Yeah, something like that. And there's plenty of those guitars out. I really like those Broadcasters reissued because they're wired a little differently. They did kind of a combination of what was done back in the day as far as the controls are concerned. So they do neck pickup, bridge pickup. How do they do it? I think it's this is a blend switch. The tone control on the Broadcaster reissue is a blend switch. This is on the custom shop versions. So it's a blend, so you can kind of make a little blend of your own blending of the neck and bridge pickup, which is pretty cool. Okay, is my hat crooked? Okay, there we go. Better? Thank you. Again, folks, thanks so much for tuning in today to our broadcast. I played 2 Fender custom shop guitars of the Wildwood 10 variety, a Wildwood 10 62 Jazzmaster, and this Wildwood 10 55 Stratocaster, both heavy relics. And they're spending a little time at my house, and then I'm sending them back to Wildwood, and they are certainly for sale. So if you are interested in these specific guitars, you can click on the links that are attached to the description of this video, and it'll whisk you away to the Wildwood site where you can get further information. And that's all there is to it. And don't forget, folks, we do have today as the unveiling, if you will, of my new TrueFire course, 30 Grisselman guitar licks. And if you go through my website at gregkoch.com, GREGKOCH.com, there is a link on there that'll whisk you away to the TrueFire site. And if you go through my website, you get a little extra taste. That's the way it works. I get a little extra taste of the action. But I think you'll enjoy them. There are 30 different licks of all kinds of different stuff. There's a couple slide licks. There's bluesy licks, jazzy licks, funky licks, chordal little licks, all that kind of stuff. And they're all transcribed. So I do them over and over again. And then you can follow you can slow it down and it'll still be in tempo with what's going on. And Connor Joseph asks, is there a stream schedule? Well, there is. Every Monday and Friday at 4 p.m. Central, I'm on my Facebook and YouTube channels, as well as a Fishman's Facebook channel, 4 p.m. Central, Mondays and Fridays. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like right now, 3 p.m. Central Time on the Wildwood Facebook and YouTube page, as well as my own. And then every other Saturday or so, we do a thing on this Together website, which is the number 2 GTHR.co. And then we occasionally do Saturday night just play for tips on my YouTube channel or Facebook page with the band. We'll probably do that when Toby's down. So Toby will be down January 28th. And so he'll be with us for our Fishman stream. We got a gig that night here in town in Milwaukee at a place called Shank Hall. And then on that Saturday, the 29th, we'll be on Together. And then after that, we'll probably do a live stream on our general thingamabob website. When is the book coming out? I ordered and paid. Should be already at your house. Should be already en route. The book is out. So you should have, I think they just ordered more of them, but my web guy is on top of that. So if you haven't received your book yet, if you've ordered it from my website, contact my web guy and he'll straighten that out post haste. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? All right, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget also, if you want to check our schedule out on my website for when we're playing, in addition to 28th of January at Shank Hall, we're playing February 10th. In Chicago at Martyrs, we're February 11th. We're in Columbus, Ohio. I forgot the name of the establishment because I'm brain dead right now, but you go to my website, you can find it out. And then we're in Bloomington, Illinois on the 12th of February. So that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're playing with the band. So that'll be fun. Hopefully COVID won't destroy our dreams, but we will do our best to be there. So, all right, folks, thanks so much. Have a good one.